welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. I really appreciate the new subscribers I've gotten. Thank you very much. Tell your friends. Rogue's here with me, but she's chilling with the snowman here. I bought this snowman. Gosh, Robert was little. He's huge. He's gigantic. He wears jingle bells. You know, those kind that you see in the in the convenience store or whatever, and you think, oh, how cute, you wear the jingle bell, and you're like, no, that's annoying. So he wears them. Anyway, today is December 12th, I think. This is my it's a Monday. I remember that. This is my Flosstube number 114, I think. The number will be on the video. I was going to do kind of a whip parade of not all my whips. Unfortunately, there's a lot of whips, but of the ones I plan to work on through WhipGo next year. I think I'll do that next week. I'm hoping that next week I have more sewing and quilting done. I keep saying tomorrow I can work on that Christmas quilt. And, you know, then things happen, like you go get a giant Christmas tree. This is a slightly different place because there is a Christmas tree like right here. And it's a fat one. So it's taking up a lot of room. We haven't decorated it yet. We started to, and then my son was unhappy with the lights. You know, he wants them all to match and be the same. And I bought 2 strings of lights. It is not big enough for this tree. So he said, I'm going to go find lights. And I'm like, you're not going to find lights. And I was right. He couldn't find any lights. So he's going to go from our light stash and finish lighting the tree. Then I can decorate it. I would say we can decorate it, but I know it'll be I. Yeah. And I have a lot of snowmen. I love snowmen. And I have a whole box full of snowmen that I'm like, I don't have the energy to put all those out. So I think some of them may not come out this year. I don't know. Last year I told myself I should give some away, and I may do that this year because there's just no place for me to put them, really. I just end up it's not that there's no place to put them. No place to put them where they can stay there until I pick them up at the beginning of the year next year. So, yeah. Anyway, it's dilemmas we all face when we keep getting new stuff for Christmas. I want to start with an FFO, but of course I left it across the table from me and I cannot reach it. So I am going to pause for a minute. It was more of an undertaking than I thought. It was easy to go get it, but then the dog thought I was getting up and she wanted to sit where I was sitting, and and then things started falling over. Yeah. I don't have very much room here where I am. So I thought about going to a different part of the living room and filming there, but it's easier just to stay where I'm comfortable. Okay, so here's my FFO, The Sewing Bee by Erica Michaels. And I love the way it looked with blue. I went through all my stash of fabrics until I found something that was the right blue. And then on the back, I used some fabric that has sewing stuff on it. This is from, I bought a little fat quarter not a big fat quarter bundle, but a little fat quarter bundle from Missouri Star when they had it on the daily deal. Beautiful fabrics. And I thought it just went so well with this. And this has the little charms that came with the pattern. Buttons and a charm. And all three were supposed to be put on this. And I want to do the berry that is in the same pattern, but it didn't provide any things for that. But I do have some little scissor charms. And of course, you know, this is just a button. And I might be able to scrounge up a little heart button if I want it. Berry is less space, so I may not need all those three. But that is my FFO. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What shall we talk about first? I tell you, sometimes I wonder at how well I don't read patterns. Yeah. Here we are. Nativity Berry, Erica Michaels. Love the berry. As I was stated last week, I thought I was starting it in the middle and somehow I didn't. Fortunately, this is the edge. This is the edge of it, so it'll fit okay. As I said last time, all of these have the symbol to do this. But when I look at the picture, that does not look like a yellowy color. Now, granted, I'm using the DMC alternative here, but I think I'm a lot happier with white on these anyway. So this is grits. This is the DMC alternative to honeysuckle. So I'm going to finish up this side. I'm not done with the angel. I'm going to finish up this side and then I'll move to this side, and then hopefully before Christmas I will be done. I will say that with Christmas being on a Sunday, and my aunt will be in town, and she's going to be staying at my house in this room. I will not be doing a video on Boxing Day. I might do one the next day, but I'm like, I just can't. That's too much. So hopefully this will be finished and FFO'd by this Christmas. If not, it'll be done by next Christmas, but I was hoping. I just have been stitching other things. And it's not because I don't want this done. It's, I don't know. I have I have a problem concentrating on what I'm working on. Sometimes I go, what is it that I haven't worked on yet? What is it that I should be working on right now? So, and then of course, you know, trying to get things ready for Christmas, I keep distracting myself with things that, yeah. And then of course there's all the shopping that occurs. I am not a huge Christmas shopper. Normally, I have had my Christmas stuff ready to go way before December. And a lot of times I make them. This year, I am so scattered, I don't even remember who's on my Christmas list. Okay, so I did a little bit more work on Winter Reindeer, Dirty Annie's, and this is where I've gotten so far. That's my needle. So this is the tree, and of course I'm starting the deer right here. I am not anywhere near done with all of these snowflakes. And for the most part, I've been traveling to the snowflakes. This thread that's right here is just, for lack of a better word, parked out of my way, because rather than count where it's supposed to go, I'm just gonna wait on it and work on the deer, because there's a couple of little white things here, and there's a couple right here, and there's, you know, a few right here. So it's easier just to work down the deer and go from there. He's got, I don't know if you can see it, a little white tail, and he's wearing a little fancy collar. The snowflakes don't come low, they're just up here. So I'm almost done with those snowflakes. Yeah. So I'm plugging away at it. I know this will be not done by this year, and I'm okay with that. Now, this is getting pretty bent up. Cross stitching for fun. Snowflake ornaments. I couldn't remember the name of it. And I'm working on the deer right now. And I don't know. I can't count. I'm just having a heck of a time here. So this is not a whole lot further than I was a week ago, but I had to redo this whole section here because I left too big a gap right here for some reason. So I didn't get as far down as I would have liked, but you know, I fixed it before it got to be, you know, a big giant mess. I haven't put on his little gold hooves, but this is really cute. And this is on next year's WIPGO. I did not put winter reindeer on that because I don't think I need WIPGO's push to work on it because I really like it. But considering how distractible I am, I probably should have put it on there. Maybe I'll go adjust it. I don't think it's on there. I have so many whips on there, it's hard to say. So that's those two. Everything's sliding around here. And speaking of WIPGO, the WIPGO project that I'm working on right now is Art Deco Spring. Upside down, Art Deco Spring, right here. And I worked on it quite diligently, but it doesn't look like it. Here's where I am. You know, it goes like this. So, I finished this beetle, I finished this flower, and I finished this flower. That seems like not enough in a week, but each of these flowers had, like this one had, I think, 7 colors, and this one had probably about the same. And we're not even talking about the green, just in the flower. They do that with their patterns. They have a lot of different colors in them. And, you know, changing all those colors, stop it. Stop. Changing all those colors, you know, adds time, but it sure is pretty. And some of those, like the yellows, I'm like, did I do this color already? It's so close in color that sometimes you get lost. And I'm not complaining because my pattern that I'm working on for myself has a lot of the same stuff in it. So anyway, that's where I am so far. So I'm figuring by the 15th, today is the 12th, so it's 3 days, I might get one more flower in. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do this flower or this one here. Now, this is on next year's WIPGO, but I put it as Art Deco Summer. And what I'm going to do is work on this, and if I finish it, I'll start on Art Deco Summer. But I do want to get all 4 of these done, so I went ahead and put summer because I didn't know how far I'd get. I was hoping I would get to just the border, and the border is quite intricate, but you know, and a lot of color changes still in the border, but it would have been further along. Look at that corner, how many colors. And each corner is not necessarily the same. So, yeah. So, since I've just finished this flower right here, or was it this flower? This flower right here, I could go on and do this beetle. Or I could do this flower that is very much like this flower right here. And maybe get that beetle in. I really hate beetles. They're pretty when you look at them and they're not near you. I know they're not as colorful as these, but beetles can have very striking color. And when I was growing up, we would do fireworks on our porch. Well, not on the porch, but just off it. And so we would have the light on the porch, and, you know, we'd be out there, not fireworks the whole time, but we'd be out there pretty much the whole evening doing stuff. And it was like sparklers or anything. We never had any, you know, big giant things. And this was, of course, way before they started cracking down on what types of fireworks you could have there with you. And I remember the beetles, attracted by the light, they would come and they would land on me, and their little feet are sticky and you can't brush them off. Don't like beetles. But I think that's beautiful. So I don't like bugs at all. Now, the fall one, I think, does not have as many colors because it's mostly the same thing over and over. I was kind of, the fall one was the last one I bought, and the only reason I bought it was because, I wanted all 4. I loved all the other ones. This is the one that attracted, no, that's winter. I thought I was grabbing summer. This is the one that attracted to me in the first place. I don't want butterflies landing on me either, and I certainly don't want dragonflies landing on me, but when I saw this one, I really, really liked it. And then I thought, oh, that spring is nice. Oh, I love winter, you know. This is winter. And you know, each of them would be beautiful with just the circle outline and finished in circles. But I'll probably do it the way it's charted. So this is winter. This one, which of these things is not like the others? I mean, it's beautiful, but it's not as colorful as the others. But it certainly does say autumn. So this one, I feel like, might not take as much time as the other 3 because you're using the same colors over and over. But knowing their patterns with 1,000 different colors in one spot. Let me show you what I mean. Now, this is the spring one. This has less colors than the one I'm working on right now. The one I'm working right now has this whole page and half of another page. Yeah, a lot of colors. But that's what makes it so pretty, right? Unfortunately, they're all DMC, so, you know. And I don't know if I know I said Cross Stitching for Fun, but they are a Ukrainian designer. Half of this group lives in Russia. So Etsy closed their shop. So you can get their patterns through Facebook, and they opened a shop on a different platform, and I don't remember which one because I'm trying not to buy patterns. I see their patterns that are very much like the Snowflake ornaments. They're just, some have red accents instead of gold accents, and, you know, like that. They're so cute, but I'm trying to stay away. So, moving on. Show you those. So, I have been doing more work on this, The Greatest Story. And I put in the angels because let's see if I can block some of this light. I had done some purple, this lighter purple down like this, and I realized I had counted wrong somehow, and I had to take it out and put the angel in. Now, that's not the whole angel, but that's some of the angel. And of course, there's several different colors. Like on this, I think there's 4 different blues, and same thing with the yellow and the red. So I understand why they're doing their patterns with so many colors. But this is most of the angel body. I have to put on their face and hands and their wings. But I decided to go ahead and do that before I fill in with the rest of the purple, to make it easier to count, because since it's a shape, it's easier to see if you're getting it wrong. So I'm hoping, I know I won't have it FFO'd, but I'm hoping that I can finish this and get most or all of the last one done before Christmas. But if I don't, I don't. You know, but I kind of getting excited to finish it, and so I should spend more time on it. And that brings me to my last whip go. On my whip go board, I put this Stitching with the Housewives pattern called Snowed In. As I said, I like snowmen. Now, I don't have this jar. I didn't buy that, but I bought it's like a chalkboard kind of thing, snowman, that I could put this on. I have it. I have the threads, and I thought, well, you know, so I put it on the whip go, and I could stitch this, but in the small pattern realm, I've had this one longer. And I love flamingos. So maybe I should do that one. And I've also had this one longer. And this one came with a little piece of Lady Dot, this green. And to finish one or the other, not both. I'm thinking this one. But I don't know yet. But I have all the threads, and those are fancy floss. I've had these threads almost since I bought the pattern. And I have the threads for this one too. So maybe I should do one of those. This one, I also have the threads for. This is Chesapeake Bay. I know how to say that word. I don't know. Chesapeake Bay Treasures seahorses. I like seahorses. I didn't say that these are hands-on design. This is Hear the Bells, I Hear the Bells, and this one is Flamingo. Both of those were hands-on design. And of course, OMG, they got me a tree, which I just bought, and St. Nick Berry, which I just bought not too long ago. I showed them to you when I bought them. Or I could start on my last berries from the seasonal berry sale. What to do? What to do? I think perhaps I'm going to go with one of the hands-on design patterns. I have a lot of her patterns, but I haven't actually, I don't think I've finished any of her patterns. I've had the Flamingo the longest of all of those. But I really love I Hear the Bells. Now, my real first name is not Eve. It's Evangeline. And my mother named me after a poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And called Evangeline. And I tried to read the poem once. It's very long. And I tried in junior high. So maybe I should try again now that I'm older. But that song, I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, it was written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Maybe not the tune, but the words. And that's why when I saw this, I felt like I really needed to do it. And it's pretty. It's so pretty. So I may do this one. I've done so many pillows and stuff like that, it makes me want to try to do this. But I'm kind of scared. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe I'll do this one. After talking it over with y'all. And my sisters and I have often said that, you know, with Erica Michaels, with the berry patterns, you can't really see. Now this has a different berry here, but it's not included, I don't think. I looked at it, I don't think it's included. This is the berry. But what is on the other side of that? I don't know, because there's no picture. And if you go to the website and look for it, you can perhaps find a picture of the whole berry. And I know why she does it like this. This is, you know, a finished berry, and this is a picture of the topper, right? But before you stitch it into a berry, you have to cut it into the shape, and you would be able to see the whole thing. So, I don't know. So it's not there. Now, this pattern, here's the pillow pattern, and you see this much of the other pattern. That's the other pattern right there. They found a way to put it on. And I like that. Now, I am not going to buy these pins. I bought the pins for a couple of the berries, the spring and the summer berries. And then I said, and then I bought pins for the dog berry I did, and I have pins for the cat berry that I purchased, which I haven't started on. But they're really expensive. And I just decided, you know, I'm just going to have to forego those pins for a while, at least. So we'll see. But yeah, maybe I'll do this one. Except I'm not sure if I had the cloth. The drum is only 80 by 64, so it's pretty small. Might have to see what kind of it's stitched on 32 count, and so I might have to see how much 32 count I have. I have some, and I like this lighter color. Usually I'm like, no, I want to do it on this different color, but I think I do want it on that color, so we'll see. Okay, by next week I will decide, because I'll have gone past the 15th and I'll move on to doing the second Whip Go project. And the fact that I even want to do something other than what's on the Whip Go thing means that I'm really liking these other patterns more. So I think while I've been sitting here, I've talked myself into this one. And here I thought, no, I'm going to probably do, you know, make a start on the winter berries, because, you know, I really want to do those winter berries. Yes, I do. And I will definitely finish all of these. And I have the fabrics cut out and everything. But I don't need Whip Go's impetus to finish these. I'll do them. This is the winter berry sal, you know. So, and that's the only sal that I have even remotely kept up with. I determined that I'm not going to start any other sals, especially if it's a mystery sal. Tiny Modernist mystery sal. I like Tiny Modernist stuff. The Halloween one I started. My dog is shaking. I don't know why. Anyway, you know, it's like, am I going to like that pattern? It's not that I don't like the pattern. It's fine. But I started a different mystery sal with the Narnia thing, and I didn't finish it. That's also on my next Whip Go thing. So I may show next week, not all of my whips, but the ones that that are on the Whip Go board for next year. And in January, I'll be picking, just like I did this year, a couple of things that I would like to get done that are not on my Whip Go, that I might work on. But I did Whip Go so that each pattern gets 10 days. So that gives me 10-ish days to either do a new start or work on something else too. So January may be, starting the winter berries and getting those, getting those underway. So I don't know, but those are all of my projects for today. I did complete 2 bags that we're doing a giveaway, and there's only a little bit time left to go apply for it on our Three Sister Creative YouTube channel, because Christmas Day will be our 300th episode. And so if you're interested, there's a link below. Let me show you the bags. This one and this one. Now, one of the prizes is both these bags, and then another prize is a pattern with all the threads, and another prize is some knitted Santas. So you can apply for all 3, but you only win one, and we'd appreciate it if you'd be a subscriber on that channel too. So if you're interested, go check it out on the Three Sister Creative video. And it would be on the one that aired yesterday, Sunday the 11th, and on the one that aired the week before. So go check it out. You might win. All right, so that's everything for today, and I have to get busy decorating this house and making some kind of dessert for a party on Friday, cleaning, and of course stitching. You can tell the day is getting brighter, and I'm in the shadows again. So happy stitching. See you next week.